Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to have a conversation that honestly we really need to have. It's about something a lot of men over 60 are thinking about, but not many are talking about: the connection between masturbation and your health in the long run. It's time we had an open, honest, and fact-based chat about it. If that exact thought has ever floated through your mind, even just for a second, I want you to hear this loud and clear. You are definitely not alone. It's one of the most common unspoken worries for men in their 60s and beyond, and it comes from a simple lack of good, clear information. The reality for so many men is that they're navigating this part of their health with their eyes blindfolded. They're trying to do what's best, but they don't have a map. So today, let's turn on the lights. All right, let's get right into it with the first and probably the most common mistake. And that's the habit of trying to force a physical response, using the same kind of speed and pressure that might have worked years ago. The thing is, over time, that can cause real accumulating damage. This right here, this gets to the very heart of the problem. You can just feel the frustration and the confusion in his words, can't you? What this man is describing, without even knowing it, is a pattern that's slowly harming his body. And it's simply because no one ever taught him a different way. So what's actually going on here? Well, your body isn't broken. Not at all. It's just operating under a completely new set of rules. The blood flow isn't the same, your nerve sensitivity has changed, and the whole process has become, well, more delicate. Trying to use the old playbook is kind of like trying to run outdated software on a brand new computer. It just doesn't work. And the consequences of this, they're not like a sudden injury you'd notice right away. No, this damage is slow. It's quiet. It's insidious. Over months and years, these tiny micro tears heal, but they heal with less sensitive scar tissue. And all that constant strain irritates the urethra and puts a ton of unnecessary pressure on the prostate, which, as we know, gets more vulnerable as we age. Okay, on to the second mistake. This one is a little different because it can quietly drain a man's overall vitality, his energy for life. And for a lot of men over 60 who just feel tired all the time, this habit could be the hidden reason why. This patient was doing what so many of us do. He was blaming his constant fatigue, his irritability, even his lack of focus on just getting older. He figured it was just an inevitable part of life, never once thinking it could be connected to a daily habit he thought was just helping him unwind. The idea here is actually pretty simple. Think of it this way. Your body was incredibly resilient at
Everything I'm explaining here, I break down more carefully in my ebook, The Power of Semen Retention. It was made for those who are starting from scratch and want to know how to apply semen retention in their daily lives in a healthy way, without crazy things or exaggerations. It's a practical guide, straight to the point.
30, right? But its ability to recover has changed. So what used to be a tiny expense of energy can now become a major withdrawal from your body's vitality bank, leaving you feeling like you're running on empty without even knowing why. So at the end of the day, your body is sending you signals. It's telling you that it needs to conserve energy, not spend it like there's no tomorrow. Overdoing it can affect everything from your hormones and sleep to your prostate health and even your mental clarity. The key here isn't about stopping, it's about finding a new rhythm, one that respects where your body is today. All right, our third mistake zeroes in on the prostate. It's a small gland, for sure, but it is absolutely critical to a man's quality of life after 60. How you treat it now can really determine your comfort and health for years to come.
This experience he's describing is so important because it's so subtle. It's not a sharp pain, right? It's that nagging, persistent discomfort that's just so easy to brush off as, oh, that's just part of getting older. But it's not. It is a direct signal from your body that something isn't right. He'd been doing things the same way for decades, completely unaware that his old habit was now causing new harm.
And look at the difference between harmful habits and protective ones. It's pretty stark. On one side, you have these common, often unconscious habits, like slouching or putting direct pressure on the area, that just create a cycle of irritation. And on the other, you have these simple, protective actions that support long-term prostate health. I mean, something as simple as urinating afterwards can help cleanse the urethra and prevent buildup that can really irritate the prostate. So, we've laid out some of the common pitfalls. Now it's time to pivot. Because understanding the mistakes is just step one. The real transformation, the really good stuff, begins when you learn how to rebuild your strength and reclaim a deeper sense of satisfaction. Now, this right here might be the most important mindset shift of all. The changes you're feeling, they are not signs that you've failed or that you're in decline. They are signals. Think of them as your body's way of asking for a new, more respectful partnership. So what does this new approach actually look like? Well, it's about moving from forcing to feeling. It's about going from being demanding to being curious. When you stop obsessing over the destination and you start really savoring the journey, you allow excitement to build naturally. You start working with your body instead of fighting against it. And that's really the thought I want to leave you with today. What if the real path to more energy, better health, and a deeper kind of satisfaction isn't about trying harder at all, but about finally learning to listen with care and with attention?